What if I told you that making bad art could make you more creative, and that drawing with your wrong hand could help you access parts of your brain that you rarely use? Intriguing, I know. But today, that's exactly what we're going to explore: the fascinating world of non-dominant hand drawing, specifically creating a self-portrait with the hand that you don't normally use. Because when we use our non-dominant hand, we access new territory beyond our rational or irrational thoughts, which I'm often guilty of. And essentially, we bypass our inner critic and tap into a more intuitive and emotional part of ourselves. That is good news for those of us who live with a noisy imposter syndrome. Guilty again. So whether you're looking to boost creativity, reduce stress, or simply try something new, grab a pencil or a pen and join me for this creative snack. It might just change the way you think about making art. So what's actually happening in your brain when you draw with your non-dominant hand? So I'm right-handed, that means drawing with my left hand, my non-dominant hand. While we've often been told that creativity and thinking is all about the right brain versus the left brain, the science is much more nuanced. Research has shown that using both hands to scribble or draw gives the brain a different type of mental workout. When you use your dominant hand, so in my case my right hand, you're operating on autopilot, following well-established neural pathways. But switch to your non-dominant hand, my left hand, and suddenly your brain has to form new connections. Therefore, you could say your dominant hand is hardwired to your patterned way of thinking, but when you use your non-dominant hand, you get a different perspective. This is why it's used in everything from stress reduction to trauma recovery. In case we haven't met before, my name is Georgie. I'm an artist and coach with a keen interest in creative well-being, but not a licensed art therapist or neuroscientist. I just want to add that the content in these videos is based on my understanding of the research, but should not be considered medical advice. Please always consult a healthcare professional for health-related concerns. All right. Let's try this together. For our self-portrait exercise with our non-dominant hand, you will need simply a piece of paper or sketchbook, a pencil or a pen, a mirror if you need to look at yourself, but I'm going to use my memory because I have to look at myself every day, don't we all? It's not pretty as you're getting older. The key to this exercise is going with imperfection, because it will be imperfect and it will probably make you laugh quite a lot when you see the results. When I've done this exercise with clients and groups in workshops, it always makes people laugh. So it is just a bit of fun, but it has well-being benefits as well.
Here we are at the drawing board. Take a moment to center yourself and remember this isn't about creating a masterpiece, it's about the experience of drawing with your non-dominant hand. So for me, I'm right-handed. I'm going to be using my left hand. It's so easy just to pick this up now with my right hand, and I have to remind myself to use my left hand. I'm going to be drawing my self-portrait from my memory. I look at myself enough every day that I don't need to be looking in a mirror. And just go for it. I have got quite a round face. Okay, and at the moment I have got short hair, so I'm going to put my short hair in. It needs a good cut, so it's a bit all over the place at the moment, to be honest with you. Doing my head in a bit. I've got to admit, let's just do a bit there. I've got that feeling I want to start again, but I'm going to keep going. Nose is going to be up about here. Now, I think I've got quite a big nose, so I'm going to do that. Okay, this isn't the time to be vain, my friends. And there's my eyebrows, which are quite thin, probably a little bit of over plucking over the years, to be honest. And then my eyes, there we go. Oh, it's feeling very wobbly. The lines are very wobbly here. I'm looking down at my nose by the looks of things. This is very funny. Quite sure what I've done to those eyes there. I'm going to do that. I'll just make those pupils bigger. And I do like my lipstick, so I'm going to do my lips. I've actually got a red pen. pencil, I mean, here. Did you see what I did there? Did you see how I automatically went for my right hand? That is a really good example of how we are on automatic pilot all the time. This is a great example of trying to move through life with a little bit more thought and attention. This is really strange. There we go. I felt like putting some red lips in there because I do like wearing my lipstick. There we are. Now I'm going to put that back. Automatically picked up the pen with my right hand, transferring it over to my left. I feel very lopsided. I think I'm even sitting slightly strangely here by using my left hand. All right. And let's just pop that in there as well. I'm just going to grab another Sharpie. I'm looking very strange. Now I do like my earrings, so I'm going to just do some kind of weird flower earring there. I would normally be drawing. Now, I was going to say better, but actually this isn't about being better. This is exactly what I'm trying to illustrate. And you can hear by what I'm saying how that inner critic and the criticism is creeping into this drawing as I'm drawing, and I'm feeling like I have to tell you that normally I can draw better. But that's the beauty of this, is it's becoming aware of those thoughts, those feelings, and that dialogue that we have in our brains all the time about not being good enough and wanting to be perfect. So that, again, it's a really good example. Is you can see, even as an artist, I'm kind of struggling with this sense of perfectionism with this thing. But I do rather love my drawing. There isn't much here more to add. I've got a funny old neck. I've got funny old shoulders going on there. I might give myself a t-shirt. There we are. It's getting warmer in the UK, so I'm wearing a t-shirt. And voila, a wonderful masterpiece. I don't quite know what's happened to my t-shirt there. I'm not really sure. My brain is all over the place with this. I can't think. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, I think that needed to be there. Oh dear, I love it. I love how wrong it's gone. But it hasn't gone wrong. It's funny, it's ridiculous, and I love it. I'm designing clothes now. There we are. Let's give myself some flowers around here. Just freestyling it now. There we go. Okay, so voila, my drawing.
Okay, how did you get on? When you're drawing with your non-dominant hand, you accept that what you create is not going to be good in the traditional sense. It takes you back to that time when you were a child and you just drew what you felt and what you saw and you didn't overthink it. Okay, so let's acknowledge something really important. This might feel frustrating. Your brain knows what you want to draw, but your hand isn't cooperating. This gap between intention and execution is actually where the magic happens. The very awkwardness of the process forces you to slow down and be present. If you feel frustrated, take a breath and remember the goal isn't perfection, the goal is exploration. So, what have we discovered through this exercise? First, we've experienced firsthand how using our non-dominant hand can bypass our inner critic and connect us to be more playful and have a much more exploratory mindset. Second, we've given our brains a new kind of workout, creating connections between areas that don't usually communicate. And finally, we've practiced embracing imperfection, something that benefits not just our art, but our approach to life too. I found it to be a really powerful reminder that creativity isn't about perfection, it's about presence. When I let go of trying to make something good and instead focus on the experience, I discover new ways of seeing and expressing myself. I'd love to see what you create with this exercise, so do share your non-dominant hand portraits on social media with the hashtag #CreativeSnack. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more creative exercises and learn how creativity can enhance your well-being. Thoroughly underrated in my opinion. And if you liked this video, I think you'll really enjoy this drawing exercise too. And for Substack subscribers, I've created a free downloadable PDF with this exercise plus 4 additional non-dominant hand drawing activities so you can further explore this practice. In that PDF, you'll find research highlights, reflection prompts, and step-by-step instructions to deepen your experience. Not a subscriber yet? Now's the perfect time to join my creative community. Just click the link in the description to subscribe and get instant access to this resource and my entire library of creative exercises, which is growing beautifully. So until next time, remember that creativity isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. Happy creating, everyone, and I will see you soon. Take care.